turn, there's like a gun in my face like that. She'd be like, oh my God, my mom. And they're like, keep back, no, that's my mom. And it was just, I had to put my spirituality and my, because it's not just the physical. Like I was like, okay, this happened, but you're more than that in the code. So like I can hear like I heard the gunshot, so it was like hitting the back of that. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, snap out of it, you're here, and you're gone. But nobody can hear me. So I'm like,
welcome to the Whole Lotta Woman Podcast, where we explore, explain, and discuss what makes us a whole lot of women in today's world. This is the Woman with a Purpose series, and today I have the honor of speaking to Dominique. She's a gun violence survivor. She was shot 7 times, and she came through with grace and beauty and strength, okay? So she's here today to tell us her story, how she overcame, and just what the experience was like as a whole.
I won't be defined, stars are aligned. What's for me is mine. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of...
So hi, Dominique.
hello.
Tell us about you.
So my name is Dominique. I'm 38. I'm a Libra.
October 15th.
Okay, October 4th.
Okay.
I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I try to see myself as a very good professional woman, or at least I strive to be that. You know, there's a difference. And balanced, I strive to be that. So, when I say that this event was topsy-turvy, I completely had to rebuild myself after this event, so.
I believe it. So can you walk us through like that day, like what happened that day for you?
It was actually a normal day. I didn't have any type of sign that something like that was gonna happen. So, December 19th of 2024, so it's been about, 7 months now. And so I just left work. I actually left work a little late normally, and then in December sun goes down so quickly. So I left about 5:40, and I was like, gosh, I got so much to do. I gotta go get some groceries for dinner. I have to go get some more Christmas wrapping paper and stuff like that. I had a Secret Santa thing to do that next day. I said, okay, I gotta get a Secret Santa thing. So by the time I was actually on my way home, it was about 7:13, and so on my way home, I'm just like, okay, all right, now what I do when I get home, you go from, and I'm a mom, so going from one job to another, once I get home, I kind of sit in my car and decompress.
Before you go in the house.
I'm like,
yep.
All right, let me take some time. But then I was like, no, it's about 7:15 now, and I'm like, look, I gotta go finish cooking dinner. I have to go wrap some gifts. I said, I don't got time. So as I'm backing in, because I never back in, I always pull right in. I back in this time. As I'm backing in, I was like, as I'm turning the car off, I'm about to hop out, and I never do that. Never do that. So
that's 2 different things that you did differently that day.
Yeah,
okay.
Really weird. So, grace of God. So so I just turn it off, I'll automatically jump out. And by the time I get to the passenger seat, I pull out my work bag. I pull out my first grocery bag, and I see a car pull up on my peripheral. We do have a street light that we used to. We moved, thank God. But we had a street light that was right there above where my car was. And also the mailboxes for our
apartment.
Our townhouse unit, right there next to where I parked, because we were in unit. So it's not unusual for a car to just pull up to get their mail. But when I go down and get my second bag and I come back up, I notice that the car is still parked. It's right in front of my car.
Yeah, T-bone like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trapping me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's rude. So literally, it had only been maybe 15 seconds. I turned to the side, and as soon as I turned, there's a gun in my face like that.
Did they say anything?
They didn't say anything. I literally, all I could say was, oh my God. I was just like, oh my God, pointed right here. And I didn't know what to do. I've never thought about being in a situation like that ever.
Right. People always say, I would've.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, you don't. You don't know if you're gonna be a hero. You don't know if you're gonna.
Yeah, fight or flight.
Fight or flight.
Yeah. So you froze.
I froze, but what I did was, I kept thinking if this person's gonna shoot me, you have so many thoughts that happen in 2 seconds.
0.2 seconds. Yeah.
So what am I gonna do? I was like, I knew if I run, I'm not gonna be able to run away. But I tried anyway. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to talk this person down. I don't know who this person. I knew I had an indication, but I'm like, so I kind of turned to run. I got 2 steps, but 2 steps is enough for a hesitation of somebody who's trying to kill you.
Yeah.
So I got 2 steps away, and I start hearing them. I'm literally, because I was at my
Are
front.
they just running?
No.
Oh.
I'm running.
Oh, okay.
And I was parked right in front of my townhome, so I mean, I knew I wasn't gonna make it, but I don't know what I was trying to do. I was just trying to get away.
Yeah.
I literally just fall in the distance between my front car door passenger side and the back. So like I'm laying on the ground, like beside the back car door. And he keeps shooting me while I'm on the ground, just shooting. And the reason why I went down is because, and I don't feel it. It's so much adrenaline.
Yeah.
You don't feel. I heard it. I heard the gunshots, but I had on like a really long, like black. It had like down in the coat, so like I could hear like a. I heard the gunshots, but then it was like hitting the back. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that sound. I was hearing that, and I guess the first time I heard it, and another thing I didn't know about getting shot, like they travel all throughout your body. So I was getting shot in my back, in my butt, like my thigh, but it literally hit like my knee and broke immediately. I had I think it's a fibula plateau fracture, so my leg just went out. And not only when I fell did I fall, but I fell on both of my arms, on my work bag. It had my computer, everything in it, and he kept shooting. So when I had turned, he hit my work bag, but my iPad wasn't damaged, my work computer wasn't damaged. It hit like, and this saved my life too. It hit, I had 2 different, you would not believe it, hand sanitizer bottles. And those things busted in there.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Hand sanitizer.
It'd be the smallest things that can save you.
Yeah. And I don't know how. So no telling where that would have went, but you know, it hit so many organs and stuff. So like I just laid there as he like just emptied his gun, and then my car door, the front car door was still open because that's where I was grabbing my bags from. So he must have started running away because it was only in a matter of seconds. Yeah. So he started running away as he was still shooting. So it got a lot of my car too, to the point where it totaled my car. It was not, I couldn't drive it anymore, but I'm still here. So it's like, wow, you took my whole, I had a Cadillac truck, took my whole car out. It's supposed to be one of those heavy duty trucks. Yes. And I'm still here, so.
And thank God you had a heavy duty car though. Like
Well, I kept thinking like, what if I wasn't out of the car in time? I would have been in that car while he's like, you know what I mean?
So everything happens for a reason. Oh my God. And tell them like where it hit, where you ended up having damage.
So, and it's kind of like hard to describe because even in the hospital, speaking with the doctors, once I woke up, it's like, where was I hit? Well, we don't know if this was an entry wound or an exit wound. It's so weird. And so I have one on my side right here, but that kind of like nicked me, which is good. When I was actually in the ambulance, there was a bullet hanging out of my skin right here. And I kind of like, was like, I feel one right here. But it broke some of my ribs right here on the right. So it was really hard I don't wish that pain on anybody. Having broken ribs. Right. That was the worst.
I bet. I heard it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. So I have one in my thigh. I have one on like my butt. I have 3 in my back right here. 2 of them like barely missed my spine. And they're on top of each other. Like,
oh my God.
So, and then they traveled all throughout my body, hitting my organs, and then I still have one here, I have one in my knee, and I have 2 that they just said they will never remove, even though they're touching my organs. They hurt, you know. Sometimes I feel them hitting my rib, the inside of my rib. Yeah, so.
What about like airports? What are you
that was the first thing I asked them. Like, hey, you think I'm gonna go off? They were like, nah, I haven't gone off so far.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm like, you traveling with bullets.
And I was gonna tell them that story, like if I go off, I have bullets in me.
I got shot 7 times. Like, oh, let's go to the back. We need to ask us more.
Like, what you been into? Like, yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, that's it. And I'm telling you, you don't look like what you've been through. And thank God. So who called the police? Right.
So, all right. So when I was laying down on the ground, he drove off, and I couldn't scream. I couldn't yell. we lived in a majority of our neighborhood was Indian, and they have the festival lights, the Wali. We're used to fireworks.
Yeah.
We're used to them letting off fireworks all the
That
time.
sound.
And the gunshots and the fireworks, that's Cary. We're not used to gunshots.
Yeah.
So I was so scared. I laid there on the ground for 3 minutes. It had to be around 3, maybe even longer, and I didn't hear anything. It was freezing. I felt warm blood kind of just going down the side. Like, it was crazy. And I tried screaming. You've seen Titanic, right? You know, at the end of Titanic when they're frozen and she's like on that raft and she's like, Jack, there's a boat. And then she's like, help. And she can't scream and she's trying. That's how I was screaming. I was like, help. I was like, nobody.
It's like them dream screams.
Yeah, you can't get it out.
Yeah.
And I'm on my arms, and because I have these broken ribs, I can't move. I'm trying to move my arms and I can't. My phone's in my pocket.
You can't.
I can't get it. And I'm just like freaking out. But this was my main thought. I was like, okay, Dominique, you can see, and I'm laying down, I'm having to lift up to look, and I was like, you can see street lights. You have no vision loss. You can see this grass. You can see your front door. You're all here.
Okay.
I'm
Mentally,
here.
Yeah.
He didn't shoot me in my head.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't shoot me in my face. My daughter doesn't have to come out here and see her mother laying on this ground with a hole in her face.
Right.
And that was the main thing for me. Like, I kept thinking, oh my God, my baby's in there, my baby's in there, my baby. She's gonna, that's
you don't
trauma.
want to see her because that's the rest of her life.
Yes.
How old is she?
15.
Oh God.
That's trauma. And I was so scared about that. But then I was like, okay, you can see. And then I knew I couldn't move. I couldn't lift this leg up at all. I knew something was wrong, and I knew I couldn't. This one was fine, but I knew something was wrong. But I was wiggling my toes, and when I knew I could wiggle them, I was like, okay, I'm not paralyzed.
Okay.
So when I knew that I could see, and I wasn't shot in the head, and I was alive, I wasn't, a spirit.
The process that you were here.
Yes, I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Okay.
I just got to get out of here. I got to figure out what's next. That was my man, and I was like, okay. That was the hardest part, but then I'm like, no, snap out of it, you're here. You're here, and he's gone.
Yeah.
But nobody can hear me. So I laid there and laid there and laid there. I'm like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get up?
This is a cold December evening, y'all.
December.
Keep that in mind.
Yes.
She's laying on the ground in December,
Yeah.
bleeding out in front of her house.
Bleeding out, and then while I'm still like, help, I don't stop. All the way down the street, I hear you. I'm coming. And I was like, oh my God. And I started crying.
Oh my God, girl, that was an angel. Like,
that's what I thought. You know why I thought it was an angel? Because he ran up on me, and then my front door was still open while I'm on the ground. He's like, I can't see you. I can't find you. I'm like, I'm literally on the ground right now. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna call 911. Then two of my female neighbors on each side of me, they come out, oh my God, we're calling 911. Don't move her. And then that's when people started coming around. Not only did everybody say, I never saw a man. I never heard a man. I'm like, no, I promise you. I was like, there was a man who came, and I could not get up. I was facing this while he came behind me. I was like, I didn't see him.
And he didn't see you?
No, and he never said a word afterwards. And I was like,
I believe in stuff like that.
Yes.
I definitely believe that could be an angel.
And he, like, hearing that voice is what gave me the hope. And when he started, like, when he got close, that's when people started coming out. But then also when people started coming out, like, and they called, like, the cops and stuff. And when the cops got there, they started cutting my clothes off.
Oh.
I'm naked on this sidewalk.
Can y'all put me in the back of the ambulance first?
It's
cold, I'm naked.
I said I just bought this bra. I just bought these Spanx. What? I bought these slacks. Like, are you kidding me?
These my good clothes.
Yeah, and they're like, why are you worried about the wrong things? Like, and I'm like, what?
That happened to my sister brother too. He got stabbed, but he had bought a new iceberg outfit back in the day.
Yeah, iceberg. Oh my God.
He had a fresh iceberg outfit. So they had
from North Gate.
Now this was they were from Florida. So
oh, okay.
Urban Heights.
I remember that.
Yeah, I used to love walking past that store. That white iceberg outfit. They used to be out there. Yep. So I know how you felt. I know what you when you said they cutting up your clothes.
I'll worry about that later.
We'll get back to that.
So.
Wow.
And then that's when everybody else started. I kept hearing Izzy like, oh my God, my mom. And they're like, keep back. No, that's my mom. And it was just like, please, somebody put her inside. She wouldn't stay inside. They put her inside. She comes right back outside screaming.
Cause who gonna hold me back?
Yeah. So That was not even the struggle in comparison to everything else.
The recovery.
God,
after that. Okay, so I saw when you were saying you came out of surgery, you was ready, told Tony to get your bag, So what was your mindset? So you went to the hospital, they probably rushed you right into surgery.
Yeah.
So coming straight out of surgery, what?
Coming straight out of surgery, it's just so many things going through my head, because when I went into surgery, I only had the bullet holes.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out of surgery, now I have all these cuts in me, these surgical cuts and all of that. And I'm like, why is this big thing on my leg? I don't know what's going on. No one's really telling me. So then because they assess you, and I was already knocked out by the time that they started figuring out what was going on. So that was my first thought, what's going on? And and it was a lot to process. So I shed some tears and all of that. But I was leaving work, so I already had my hair done because we had come back from the Dallas Cowboys and Panthers game literally a couple days before. Mm-hmm. My nails were done and they were all sparkling and stuff because I had just left the Mariah Carey Christmas concert. Okay. And I still had my makeup on from work. Mm-hmm. So I was already kind of glammed up, not even meaning to be.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need all these things. So he was like, okay. And so he took my list down and brought me everything. Mm-hmm. Brought me everything I needed. So I was like, I gotta do my edges. I got
So were you able to do it with your ribs being?
He tried.
Oh, that's a good man, Savannah. He tried. He did what he could.
He tried. It's a lot of trying.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like when your daddy has to do your hair when you.
And they can tell.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I remember my mama went out of town. My dad had to do my hair.
Your mom's gone right now.
Yeah. You look like your mama ain't around.
Yeah. Exactly. He tried. But I was thankful. I was very thankful for that because I needed it. And I had so many. It was just hard because I had so many visitors. I had a trauma doctor or ortho doctor because of my bones. Mm-hmm. Vascular because of my arteries. I had a blood doctor. I had so many doctors, then all the nurses, and then physical therapists, and then detectives, and then I had cops.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I got questions.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
So and then my parents. Then I was under an alias name, so I could only have 3 visitors, which was my mother, my father, and then Tony. Mm-hmm. I didn't see my daughter. Literally, so I got shot on a Thursday. Her last day of school was that Friday before Christmas break. Mm-hmm. I didn't see her until days after she went back to school. So that whole time, because they would not let her come.
She was stressed. Yeah. And it was her safety too.
Oh yeah, for sure. But every voice that I didn't recognize outside my door, I'm panicking. My name was Danielle Banks.
Did you get to make it up or they just gave it to you?
No, your name is Danielle Banks. I'm like, okay. Well, it's not that bad.
Hillary Banks.
Yeah. I was like, whoever made it up, it's okay.
Okay. That too then.
I'm just not used to it. So when they come in Danielle Banks, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, that's what it says here.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. So how do you, now that you're home, how do you prioritize your self-care just to make sure you stay to you and keep you know what I mean? Because that's part of our mental.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Look good, feel good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so I always used to say if I look good on the outside, it makes me feel good on the inside. Mm-hmm. But now when I came home, I felt like my whole body was shattered, and I tried every day. I get up, I have to try. And some days I get up and I'm like, oh no, I'm doing this. And not every day is the same. I would get up another day and be like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. It's so hard. So I had to put my spirituality and my, because it's not just the physical. I was like, okay, this happened, but you're more than that.
Yes.
And so spiritually and emotionally and mentally, I had to build myself back up, not only physically.
So, I believe it.
Yeah, God always plays a huge part, and even more so now,
because that would take so many people down. That's why I had to ask, because I'm like, all right, mentally, that will take so many people under that some people can't bounce back from stuff like that because they let the mental part take over. Oh, I'll never be the same. I'll never da. Because you're not like you were the day before. You know what I'm saying?
But are we ever?
Right. You forever changing in different ways. So it's just like this one is more visible and traumatic, but it's a change. You just make sure you prioritize yourself in order to.
Oh yeah. You know, of course I would prioritize. Like I didn't want to stop like doing my nails or doing my hair and taking care of myself because that's me, you know, and I didn't want to like not be me. I had to be me. It's like more of a metamorphosis. And I knew there was a lot that I had to build up because again, I did have to learn how to walk again. And I had to breathe. I had to learn how to breathe again. Every day in the hospital, they were like, you are going to just be here longer if you cannot. I had so much fluid in my lungs and it was red. And when they say fluid, I'm thinking.
Things.
I know. It was very, so they were like, that's what is scaring us. And this can absolutely kill you. So that, you know, that was all hard learning, doing these exercises. And I'm a singer and I was like, I can't sing. How am I going to do this? But then when I started like getting some notes, I was like,
okay, I'm still there.
I was like, wow. But like, and then, you know, when you see progress in yourself, it gives you more confidence and more strength. Yeah.
And that's what I keep telling y'all too. When you take that first step, it'll push you to take the next.
Yes, and that's all it takes. Like, just show up. Like, you may not have the strength, but fake it till you make it, even if you don't know, if you can't. Like, just show up every day and just do it.
Yeah.
Because I have people watching me, and we all have people watching us, and you don't know who you inspire.
Right.
You know, people watch you.
And how you recover. Because it's some people that can't bounce back from the simplest things, let alone something like this.
Look, when I was in the hospital, my first day in there, when I woke up and I had just had, detectives took my phone, and they're trying to find out if, like, the phones are pinging in certain areas. Was he following me? You know.
Yeah.
I never had arrests, but the trauma recovery or violence recovery came to see me, and they were like, "Oh, we want somebody else to come see you." But normally they come and see people who are part of gang violence and try to talk them down. They don't want them to come back because, you know, it may not be another time. If you get shot, they're like, okay, you're here this time.
Next time you might.
If you back in the streets, right? So that's what they're like. We're not worried about you, but we did want to come see you because you were part of, you know, some violence. And they were like, someone was gonna come see me, and he came in and he wheeled himself in, and I was like, what happened to you? And I'm telling him what happened to me, but he was like, oh, back in 1993, I was shot in the neck one time. I've been paralyzed here and down. I bawled. I was just like,
oh my God.
One time, you know, one time. And that could have been me. And
if that hadn't hit that
hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So yeah, so like, you know, I've been meeting a lot of people along the way, and their stories like really, it's their stories too that I'm just like I can't let myself feel. I cannot feel sorry about myself because
you blessed.
It could have been worse. Yeah,
it could have been so much worse. Yeah. I think we talked about this, but your mindset when you actually realized what happened.
Yeah.
Was there a while like what the hell, like, you know what I'm saying, like?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm just like, honestly, I was feeling like I literally don't mess with anybody. I don't mess with anybody. I don't like strife. I don't even like arguing. Like, if I have a point, I'm gonna make my point. But I don't like to live my life like that.
Dramatic.
Yeah, I don't like
stressful.
that.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, you're a Libra.
Yeah. I just want to be cool.
Yeah, like I want to have peace. I want to just be able to go through with my life knowing I'm not messing with nobody out here.
I ain't doing people wrong.
Not doing people wrong.
And people shouldn't be aiming to
shouldn't
do
be
wrong.
Right. And so, like, when it happened, like, you know, I wasn't thinking at the time, why me? But that was a thing that happened later on, almost at least once a week. It was a why me thing.
It's human.
Yeah. So, but at the time, it was kind of like, okay, I know I'm safe. He's gone. And now it's like, yeah, it's a shock. But again, when I realized that I could still, like, I was still alive and I felt God's presence there and I knew he protected me and I could wiggle my toes, then that's when I was like, okay, calm down. But then it became, how am I going? I need somebody to help me.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I don't want my daughter to see me like this. And it was just so much that goes on at one time.
So it's like you had two. You had your mom brain. You had your Dominique. Say, you know, what I mean, like, okay, figure this out for me as myself.
Yes.
But it's like that mom brain is always there too, because it's like no matter the fact that you were shot up in the front yard, you still didn't want your daughter to have that trauma. You had physical trauma, but you didn't want that to affect your daughter.
You can't do anything about it. Like, I couldn't move.
And then you wouldn't be able to take that trauma off of her.
No, never. And then the thing about her is when I did finally speak with her, like, so actually I did get to see her before they put me in my room.
Okay.
Because everybody was there. All my friends, like when I woke up from surgery, like my mom, my parents, everybody was there. So they did bring my daughter back. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, it was my fault. Oh. And in my head, I'm thinking, like, if I'm not safe, I'm not keeping my daughter safe. And I feel like as a parent and as a mom, safety is like number one. Like, I'm so safe. I do all these things for safety. You know, I move to a neighborhood that's safe. I teach her safety. I tell her, if you encounter this, or if anybody says, don't tell your mom, because no, you're going to tell me. Like, safety is a priority. And it's like, if this happens to me, it can happen to her, and the fact that she sees it, that's not keeping her safe or protected. And I felt so much guilt. Like, it's so much PTSD that's just not physical. It's so much. So, but when I came out and I'm like apologizing and like kind of crying, she's like, Mom, you didn't die.
Yeah, that's all she did.
That's it. Like, and I'm like, God, she's so resilient. She did that for me, you know? But still, like, even though we've all encountered resilience, I know that it's still some trauma there. And in our community, we don't like do a lot of therapy things.
You healed up, you good? Go on. You know,
right.
Get back out
there.
Yeah, you good. Okay, cool.
Nah. So yeah, I did therapy, and you know, she's going through therapy.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Does she have nightmares or anything?
No, I mean, not that she may have like variations of it, but it's not about me getting shot. It may just be other stuff like, well, I want this or that, so I know it's there. And I'm like, even if you're thinking you're fine now, when you get older, you may encounter something it's gonna affect you.
Triggers, So it's good you're getting her to help, because she'll learn the coping skills now that she'll need then. So yes. Let me see. And I'm saying after surgery, it was an uphill battle. So, how did you mentally prepare for recovery? Because like you said, you went in with bullet wounds, but you came out with scars. That was
so hard. That was so hard. I didn't even know, like, they had my leg wrapped up, and I didn't know what was going on under the leg. Under the
you got shot in the back.
Yeah. I knew I had these bullet wounds, but I didn't know, like, so much had to happen. Like, and then when they told me that it completely shattered my artery in my right leg, people died from that.
I know, because that's major.
Yeah.
Like your sciatica and stuff like that.
Yeah, people die from that. And when they and then that's why I was just so thankful for my surgeon. Like, he was the last person I saw before I went under.
Okay.
He came and he was like, look, I'm gonna take good care of you. And he introduced himself, and I was like,
but that bedside manner makes a difference. All right. And do your thing, sir.
Yeah. And then on top of that, like, he believes in God.
Okay.
A lot of
it's peaceful.
Yeah, a lot of doctors, they just don't. Like,
they're science, strictly science.
And he was just like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, but I didn't do it alone. And I'm like, and I looked
That's what you need to be.
Yeah, and then he literally said to me, he said, look, I'm gonna be your doctor for the rest of my life. Talking about him. Like, as long as I'm here, I got you. And I was just like, you can't even pay for this. Like, this is the best. It was.
Because you need that peace of mind.
Yes.
Like you said, it's more than just the physical wounds and fixing those. Like, I need somebody to talk my mental.
Yes.
Like, talk to my mental too.
And for it to be a doctor, it was like, wow, thank you.
That's comforting.
And then doesn't just stop at him. The nurses, everybody was just so like.
And I was gonna ask about bedside manner and everybody treated you good. How were the cops?
I spoke with my detectives. The cops were really talking to my parents and stuff, and Tony and stuff like that. I mean, I saw one of them the first time, but the detectives, at the time, I felt like we're doing what they needed to do. But now it's like, but it's an ongoing thing. So,
so it's still like an open case thing.
Yeah.
I know you're ready to put all this behind you. I know you are.
But I'm even like talking about that part because honestly, it's not about that and him.
It's about you and your recovery and everything like that. And that's what I was gonna say. Like, how did you handle like when you didn't know if you would walk again? How was that? Because I can't imagine tomorrow not knowing if I could walk. You know what I'm saying?
And the reason why it was hard for me is because I had so many different doctors that if like the trauma doctor came in and I'm like, well, how long is it gonna take for me to walk? Am I gonna walk? And they're looking like, that's a good question. Well, wait.
No definitive answer. Yeah.
So, you know, when I was in the hospital, that was the hardest. Like, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't barely move. I was on so many medications and, you know.
How long did you have to stay in the hospital?
I was in there from December 19th to January 7th. So it was 2.5 weeks.
Okay. And that's not bad, though.
No. I know. They were just like, wow.
That's not bad.
Wow. They were like, we get people here all the time. No, really got me. They be like, we get grown men in here and they scream.
Yeah, I'm like, you got shot 7 times and you was only there 2 weeks. Girl, that's like a 48-hour stay or something like that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was ready to go though. That room was not big enough for me.
Okay.
And, Tony didn't make me feel like home though. He brought I have several Christmas trees.
Oh.
He brought my
short little Mariah
one.
Christmas girl.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So, and it's my Barbie Christmas tree. So when people will come in and visit, they're just like, we heard about this room.
Aww.
Like, yeah, everybody was like, oh, we heard about you. And we kept it smelling nice. I just was like, look, if I'm going to be here.
You made it home for
it
real.
has to be because.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. But that mentally probably kept you how you needed to be.
Because that hospital smell is not it.
And I was like, and that's how people stay like depressed and down in the dumps and I can't believe I'm here. Why? Because you're going to ask why, but staying in that low vibration, that makes it slow to heal. Makes you slow to heal too.
Yeah, I know. And but what they did tell me, and they kept telling me was, you need to keep positive people around you because healing starts on the inside. If you are constantly depressed about what happened and you have a lot of people being negative around you, pointing fingers and just being negative, and every time
it's not gonna help.
And I'm like, yo, like if anybody's calling me and talking to me and I'm like sitting here crying because of they're not like pouring into me right now, I was like, look, I cannot talk to you right now. I can't. Because I have too much healing to do and it was so hard. So it started there. It started here.
Yes, on the inside. Man. And I know how you say y'all both have therapy and stuff like that. So it's just gonna be an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Do you have flashbacks or anything like that?
Surprisingly, no flashbacks of what happened. It's only like, even with moving, anytime I heard something like outside, I was constantly like, oh my God. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere for a long time. Okay. Even after I was like walking again, I didn't want to go anywhere. I was scared to go to the store. I was walking. Never been the person to
over your shoulder,
all the time. Never, you know. I mean, it's good to have that type of anxiety, a little bit of it.
Right, just normal, but
because anything can happen. Yeah, you know. But it became something that was just like. And that's kind of like why I also wanted therapy, because I'm like, man, I can't be indoors all the time.
Yeah, and I was going to ask that, what are the mental after effects and stuff like that?
For sure, yeah.
Looking over your shoulder all the time. And I saw Tony had posted the other day or recently something about paranoia, it keeps you on point or something like that. And I'm like, and you know, it's like we laugh at dudes, because you know, dudes are always on the swivel. And I'm like, I cannot live. Like, I'm like, how y'all do that all the time? Because my boyfriend knows everything that's always going on around. I'm like, I can't even focus on what's in front of me and know everything around. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that'll make you more aware.
Well, if it wasn't for him, because he was the one who would always tell me, no, you never know out here. You need to back in every time you go to any parking space. You need to back in. And I'm like, fine. So that's what I was like, okay, let me back in.
And it's so crazy because it's like, you know, they like God works in mysterious ways and intuition and stuff. Even just the fact that you backed in that day. Yeah. And like you said, you didn't sit in the car. Just the things that didn't happen differently. Because like you said, you would have been trapped.
Oh yeah, for sure. And again, like I didn't see red flags. I didn't see anything that would make me think this is going to happen. But it's so many things that I feel like was a whisper from God. Like, okay, do this, do this. And
you're just obedient.
Yeah. And I'm here now.
And it's like, I know, of course, that was a traumatic situation, but it's like, we don't know what that situation in 10 years gonna bring you.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're gonna be because of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Man, I hate you had to go through it. I definitely hate you had to go through it. But I really feel like you are going to be able to reach a lot of women.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it's like, especially in our age group and stuff like that, because it's like, you don't have to be a ratchet in the streets for this to happen.
No,
like,
you could, these days, you could be at a concert.
Yep.
You could be in a grocery store.
Yep.
Minding your business.
Yep.
For no reason, so.
You gotta be aware. Try to be aware of your surroundings. That's all we can do. We can't predict anything, but definitely teaches us awareness.
For sure, yes.
Mm-hmm. And so, as far as like your physical strength, like, so when you were going through physical therapy, was that hard, like painful hard, or like what's the hardest part about like physical therapy?
That was hard. Mentally, it was hard because I felt like I mean, that's the reason for it, but I felt like I was pushing my body to do something that wasn't ready for. Mm-hmm. I didn't understand why staying in a bed for so long in a hospital bed and then finally trying to use those muscles. It's like, why aren't they working? Why aren't they working? Like my ankle had no trauma to it. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't, it was stiff, like I was still laying down. Like this foot wanted to do this and walk, but this one was still like this. And so I went from a wheelchair to a walker, to we moved to in here. I went on my crutches, mm-hmm. and it just got to the point where I'm just like, I threw my crutches away and I'm hopping around everywhere. Mm-hmm. I'm hopping and mm-hmm. I'm trying to hold on to things and I'm getting more strength because I'm like, no, I can't. Yeah. These crutches are a crutch. Mm-hmm. They're a crutch. Yep. And I it's so hard going from being so independent to completely dependent. And it puts so much on people. And the type of person I am. You don't want to put that on nobody. I already know. I get it. Crying and I don't want, like even waking up to all my family being there and it's like 4:00 in the morning. Y'all shouldn't be here. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, we're here for you. You gotta go to work, you gotta go to school, you gotta do this, you gotta do. I want you like this. I don't want to be that person. Mm-hmm. Strength is also accepting help. Yes, it is. You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them, y'all. It's accepting help. It was so hard for me to do that. You gotta give yourself relief when you can. Yeah. And then so I was just like, oh, let me bring you some food. Everybody wanted to bring us dinner. And I can't eat no more. And it's just like, or I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna do this. Oh my God, one of my friends clean up. My friend came and visited me, got on her hands and knees when Tony bought me the emotional support animal, my dog. Oh, that's when you got the dog. Yeah, okay. It was a surprise too. He brought it. And I was like, whose dog is that? What? Whose dog is that? Y'all get dogs. We going through enough. Right. Oh my God. And then like a couple hours later, I'm like, I need you. Yeah. Oh my God. She did what she's supposed to do. That's good. But when my friend came to visit me, my dog, she was learning how to potty train. My friend was on her hands and knees cleaning up. No, don't get up. I'll clean. I'm like, no, you do not have to clean up this dog poop. Like, no, I'm here for this. Like, my friends want to be there for you. Yeah. Come, like, girl, you got shot. We can. Yeah. If I'm gonna show up at any time. Yeah. This would be the time. I was appreciative for that. So. She was also the one that named me Teflon Dom. Okay. With tears in her eyes. She's like, you Teflon Dom. So you show her your shirt. I made her a shirt, y'all. Oh my God. I'm going to show y'all. So beautiful. I'm going to put some pictures of that up here. Let me see. And like we said, I know you still got bullets in you. So does that affect you, like sharp pains, headaches, stuff like that? Sharp pains for sure. Rain. I hate sharp pains. Yes, I was about to say that rain getting moisture in the air. Okay, I did not know that. I'm just like, why's my knee hurting so bad? Like, is it because I'm old? Right, like you gonna know when they're like, oh, it's going, that rain coming. Yes. That moisture gonna get. And then we've been getting so much rain too. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. So lots of sharp pains, and it just comes out of nowhere. I'm just like, oh, like stinging, But I mean, I know that it will subside, and it will get better. Mm-hmm. And they've already told me the bullet in my knee is just made its home there, but I still have like these fears. Like my knee's still so numb that I don't feel pain there at all. Like, because it's like that bullet that just,
So, and your nerves have to reattach in some places,
Oh
right?
my God, the nerve damage.
I heard that hurts. I heard that feels
damage.
crazy.
Yes, no one warned me about the nerve damage. And it was even worse because the worst nerve damage I have is from the surgeries, like from my fasciotomy, which is when you have so much swelling that it's like your skin wants to expand.
Right.
And if you don't do something about it, it's gonna pop. So they go and they make those incisions for you. That's another thing I woke up to, like, oh my God, this is so ugly. And, but yeah, they had to do that. And then once they sewed it back up, and I had to get my last surgery on Christmas Eve, they sewed it all back up. I could not feel, I still have really bad nerve damage all in that leg. So I'm getting some of the feeling back slowly, but I probably won't get it all back. And I've come to terms with that, you know.
Do you know how long it'll be before you can run again, job?
Well, they said I could start like doing it. It's just that I have the fear because it's like, I know for a fact this bullet that I have right here is jagged. Oh. You could feel a sharp, you know? And they said, they were like, well, one day it's probably just gonna make its way out.
I heard it.
And I've seen that on social media with people. So I have a fear that I may have that here, but no one can tell me. And if I'm doing too much running, it's just a fear of mine. Like, I don't want to make any more damage, but I can't like not run.
Get you some decent running shoes though. Now that you have a issue, you know what I'm saying? Because my niece, she was always an athlete, but when she went to go join the Marines, she damaged her knee. Yeah, so she had to come home, but that's an extra precaution she got to take now. So in the beginning, you know how we could just buy some Nikes. Now you need some real running Nikes with support and everything. Get you a knee brace. I know you got a knee brace, right?
Not yet. But I had compression socks. That was the first time I ever used those. Those were great.
I heard they're good for travel too.
They are. Probably because you don't move your legs a lot and stuff. Yeah.
At high altitudes, they say you need those. We were talking earlier when she was saying how she couldn't move the foot. She had the Barbie foot. That's
the Barbie. And one foot I had the Barbie foot. I'm like, how am I gonna walk again? Wait,
let's try something.
Yeah. And then here I go strut, and I'm like, I can walk better in these heels and flats. Oh, I was so happy.
This is the answer.
I may be ready to go out. I may be ready.
Yeah, y'all, because when she announced it on Facebook what happened, by the time she told everybody what happened, she was also posting pictures in heels. So I'm like, well, did you do your physical therapy in the heels? Like, how did you bounce back? Because you hear people get shot one time, two times, 7 shots. Like, and then by the time you bounce back, and it's like, you was only in the hospital 2 weeks, back on Facebook in 4 months, like 3-4 months, you know what I'm saying? Like, beauty and the buckshots. You feel me? Right? I like, you did that. You did that.
I had to.
Yeah, you ain't got no choice, to be honest. And let me see. So as far as your internal strength, where does that come from?
Oh, that's all God. That is all God. Oh gosh, that is all God. Because I've grown up in a very religious household, you know. Sometimes we stray away a little bit. I never like to say I strayed, you know, always kept it in the forefront. But, you know, something like that happens, you feel it. And he was there.
And that man.
Oh, that man, was it a man? I don't know. Everyone's like, nobody was there.
Yeah.
Somebody was there.
But nobody else knew that neighbor either, right?
No.
That had to be.
We're like, who, where? We didn't see anybody. What? So, I mean.
I believe he'll send somebody to give you peace, calm, to signal everybody else just enough so your blood pressure don't go too high. You know what? Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Like, man.
And we never know. We could be meeting like angels.
They walk among us.
Right. And you never know. So I just feel like it's important to just be nice. You know, just be nice.
We're the same. I'm like, because I feel the same way. I'm like, I treat everybody nice because you do not know who was sent to test you, who somebody really is.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when me and my boyfriend, we were about to move in together. We had applied to so many houses, and it was like, we had both gave our apartment complexes, like, our 30 days. Like, to the point where we got like 2 weeks, and we hadn't got approved for any houses yet. And I remember he found some luxury apartments. He was like, let's apply to these. And I was like, okay. And the day, to the point where we had like 48 hours before we needed to know what we were going to do.
Right.
Before I was going to have to move back to Durham, he was going to have to move with his mama for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to work that day, and on lunch, I said, let me go run and get something to eat. And this man, he came to me right before I walked in the Subway. And he was like, can you buy me something to eat? And I remember I was low on funds because I was about to move and stuff. And I was like, yeah. Because in my mind, I was like, if I'm waiting for a home, what I learned, like saying no to somebody who's homeless and they can't eat. And I was like, at least I can do this for you. I bought him that sandwich, and 30 minutes later, my boyfriend texted me and was like, we got approved.
Wow.
Because what if I had to turn that homeless man down? Like, you get what I mean? And I won't doing it just because I did, but I just feel like those are the little tests.
Yeah.
You never know who's testing you.
You never know, for sure.
So let's talk about your support system.
Oh, gosh.
Now, I know, and we're going to talk to her fiance firsthand, too. We're going to get an interview with him. But, like, was he in the house when it happened?
Yeah, he was actually starting dinner.
Oh, my God. So, how did he come outside? How did he know to come outside? What did he say? Like,
well, so, his daughter was in the house, my daughter was in the house, and he was in the house. And it was like a debate between them, like, was that fireworks? What was that? No, I think that was a gunshot. Okay, well, don't go out, don't, you know what I'm saying, let me go check or whatever. But it took them a couple minutes, everybody a couple minutes.
Because nobody expected it to be you.
Yeah, nobody. But then when I'm like trying to scream out help, my daughter said, no, I think that's my mom. I think I can hear her. I think that's my mom. And then he was like, no, I don't think so. And then that's when they started coming out. So he came out like, oh my God. He just stood there, and I'm like, put them back in the house. Like, he's just like, oh my God. He's like crying, and the neighbors are helping. But finally he kind of snapped into it. Like, okay,
go back.
Yeah. So, but that was at first, like, he just panicked, So,
man.
Crazy situation.
And I was gonna say, how did you show your daughter strength through this whole process?
She was just amazed by my healing and keeping on top of her, because she's still a 15-year-old and I'm
so you still mom.
Gotta still do that,
Yeah.
And so, when she's just like, oh, well, I like your nails. Oh, wow, I like your hair. Like, wow, Mom, like,
you still
where's
mom.
your crutches?
Yeah.
Like, like she comes home from school, like, where's your crutches at? Like, so I don't know. Honestly, she gave me strength. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's good though.
She gave me strength.
And she saw you being strong. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's so many people who get defeated by everything, and they would still been sitting on that couch with a leg up because you can't heal.
Yeah.
Without trying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And some people get caught in soaking in that support. That's like,
Yeah.
I just want to be catered to.
I hated it though. I'm just not good with that.
Yeah.
Some of it was okay, but like literally Tony was taking the girls to school, doing all the cleaning,
doing everything,
doing all the cooking, taking care of me, changing all of my the wounds that I had, cleaning them. He was doing everything, washing my hair,
And do you feel like that was a test to your relationship?
For sure. Like, I think that at first he was like, yeah, like, of course, why wouldn't I do this? Like, I have to, this is, you're mine, I would expect the same thing, Then I kind of felt like, oh my God, I feel like this is really putting such like heaviness on him. And I felt so much guilt, and I also felt like it tested us because now I'm feeling guilty. I'm trying to do more. I ripped a stitch.
Trying to do something.
And he's just like, you don't sit down. Like, like, why are you over here trying to water my plants? And he's like, go sit
just
down.
to be able to say I helped.
I'm like, but I don't want you to do all this and then water my plants. I don't want you to have to do all this and then I'm like, dang, I forgot some upstairs.
Your stitches.
Yeah, so, yeah, but I had a really big support system, and my prayer warriors and my family.
They went in.
Wow. Like, I already knew, but like, now I know. Like,
they got you.
Now they praying like, my mom, Lord, get these bullets out of my daughter, Lord. Get these bullets out. I'm like, Mommy, I don't know if they're okay.
She won't. And so I was saying, like, as far as standards in life, I said, with this, the attempt on your life, I know that changed you in some ways. What would you say? How has it changed you?
So, number one, I am more aware of my surroundings, which is not really a bad thing. Like, I can't always think I'm safe.
Right. Just generally.
Generally, yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, like in this day and age. But then also surviving something like that, and then going through that testimony and the trauma that comes along with it, little minuscule things that bother me, I'm like, either you gonna let it not get to you, or you gotta cut it all the way out so it's not here.
It ain't no gray area.
Yes, I can't put up with certain things anymore, you know. And that's just what it is. Like, you know, people in my life that are negative, you know.
And that's a lesson in itself, because some people might not have supposed to been around anyway.
Right, exactly.
And they've been hanging on.
Yeah, and you know, like, it is what it is. And then even, I don't know, like little things like, I don't want to waste my life. And that's why.
I'm big on that.
Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to turn my pain into purpose. Because, like, people need help. I had the inspiration when I was going through it, and not everybody gets that. Not everybody has support. Not everybody has health insurance.
Right. I didn't even think about that, because you know that term is different treatment people get a lot of times. But yeah.
Like, you know how many blood transfusions and stuff I had? You know how expensive those are? And like, it's like $200,000, $300,000, and my bill wasn't. And then, but people don't have that support. People don't have health insurance. Even like my blood thinners, I think I was paying like only like a couple, like $30, and I'm like, dang, it's $30 for this. But when you look at
the billing,
yes,
it's like, oh girl, we can charge you $1,000.
And some people have to pay that, like, so
or go without.
Yeah.
So yeah, like regarding safety, you said you're more aware. What about for like your daughter? Are you extra?
Yeah, but she's also 15, and I'm just like, I remember when I was 15, I went to get my car. She got her permit now.
Okay.
She has her license, and I'm like, I can't keep her. I can't keep her. So
all you do is teach her.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
But I should probably seeing you go through this and knowing your story, it'll keep her more awareness. Because we gotta hope. You know, you can't protect them from everything, but she got a story too. She knows at least something to look out for. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna start backing my car in at least.
I know, right, that part. But then she also said, because, you know, I was in the hospital the entire time she was on Christmas break. She was like, well, everybody's gonna be talking about what they did on Christmas break. I don't know if I want to tell my mom got shot or not.
Yo, it's so crazy, because that happened to my friend. I remember we was in college, and I remember I called her the day after New Year's, or like 2 days after. She was like, oh yeah, I meant to call and tell you Happy New Year's, but my daddy got shot. And I was like, your daddy got shot? And her daddy had a club. They down in South Carolina, you know, little clubs. And so she said somebody had stood outside the club and shot. Her daddy was in there cooking, and said he didn't die or nothing, but knocked him down, and like he had to go to the hospital and stuff like that. But that's how she was able to say, like, my daddy got shot.
Oh my God. Yeah, and one of my friends' fathers got shot at South Point because it was a shootout. So like literally, he went in there and the food court was eating. Like, again, it could have happened.
Anytime,
we never know.
Now, I want to talk about, because you say you want to start talking about gun violence and policies and stuff like that. What are your hopes to change or work with that?
Well, firstly, I feel like I was telling you earlier, I have liked the guns. I've always liked the guns, but not, you know, and as we were speaking about earlier, the purpose of a gun is to kill. That's just what it is. It is to kill. And if you're using it defensively, it's one thing. Like, okay, I have a gun to keep my family safe, just in case. That's one thing. But when you're using it offensively, that's another thing. But in both situations, people still die. So if you have a gun at home because you're keeping your family safe, but you don't have it in a lockbox, you know what I'm saying? A kid can get it, and this happened. We see it. I don't know if you heard about in Durham, a little boy, I think he was like 3, and he got his stepdaddy's gun and shot himself in the face and died. It's just for no reason.
Yeah, because people don't have guns. Like, they want to get a gun, but they don't know how to handle weapons, or you know what I mean, be responsible with it. You just want to have guns. You want to have it on the counter so you can take pictures of it. Right. You know, like.
And my nephew loves guns. I mean, when he was 3 or 4, he had like at least 6 huge Nerf guns stuffing them in his pants.
He was ready.
Oh my God. And I had to tell him, like, you know, guns hurt people. He's like, I know, but he's still pew, pew, pew everywhere he goes.
Because they don't get it.
Yeah. So, and it's like, God, like, imagine if he come across somebody's gun, like, oh my God, this is so cool.
Right.
You know?
Right, because they just think it's cool.
Yeah. So safety, gun safety, especially when it comes to kids, that's a big thing for me. Trayvon Martin really woke me up when he was killed. That could have been my brother. That could have been my brother, you know? It really woke me up. So that was then. That was like, what was it, 2012, I believe?
Yeah.
Somewhere around that. That woke me up. But like now it's like, okay. Like I knew what guns could do, but now I really know what guns can do.
You know exactly know what they can do.
So, I mean, and so much more than I actually thought. Like, I could go down a rabbit hole. So, like, I do want to, you know, help. I don't want to take away guns from people, but certain people shouldn't have them.
You gotta have, like, more regulations on them.
Certain people just shouldn't have them. I mean, you know, like, people need to be safe.
Mental background checks and stuff like that.
Because, what? And then look at us in America, like we shouldn't have these many children dying in school shootings and
everybody can get a gun.
Gosh, you know, other countries make fun of us for this.
Did Walmart stop selling guns or are they still selling them? I remember one day I was on lunch break and we was sitting outside. Like we had went to Walmart when it came out because you know it's other restaurant stuff out there. But seeing 2 dudes just hop out. Like, they weren't going to shoot up the place. They might have been going to return it, get some ammo or something. But it's just the fact that you could just be chilling. Like, we're in Tennessee. Like, you can't just be walking around with it. Like, and now it's the switches. Like, now it's, I mean, because I'm like, okay, boys and thugs always like guns and stuff back in our day. But now it's like, y'all amping the guns up. It's getting bigger. But I was like, y'all walking around with army guns.
Yeah. Like for what?
For what? How much beef do you got? You can't fight, but you got to switch. You get stendos and all this kind of stuff. Like,
yeah, and that's scary. And yeah, so just trying to get up with other like-minded people. You know, anybody that hears my story and if it touches them, I really want to connect with them. Just see what we can do. I did meet one girl who has some of the same scars as happened to me, but she lives in Chicago, and she went as soon as she got shot, but she lost her whole leg. She had the fasciotomy scars and everything, but the whole other leg is gone. And I was just like, oh my God. So I connected with her, and you know, she went straight to the news. So that's what she did. Me, I had to take time.
Yeah, process.
She told me she went straight to the news, and she's trying to, you know, Chicago's really bad.
Well, yeah, they real bad, but Durham ain't the best. Like, you know.
No.
And she ain't necessarily in Durham, but our area.
Oh, but the person came from Durham.
Okay.
So
Durham.
We said this is Durham area. This is all Durham.
Yeah, I was like, the Durham, and the gun came from Durham.
Yeah.
I was like, dang.
Yep.
I
mean, growing up, all my friends had guns. Like, I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't cool, or maybe they used it for certain things or whatever, but I'm used to them. I've been around them. I just never thought this would happen to me. And that's why
and that's what a lot of, and this is not even like one of them things where you can be like, prevent them, like, don't play with guns. It's just like,
oh, those bullets had my name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That had my name. Waited for me. They waited for me. So.
Oh my God. I'm so glad you made it out of that safe. Do you have any other message or anything that you want to tell the people or talk to the people about what you're like? Do you plan on starting a platform for yourself or?
Oh yeah. So I
how they can reach you?
Oh yes, for sure. Well, I'll have several platforms, but the platform that I haven't started. It's like I'm trying to still find myself because it's like I know what I want to do, and I do want to spread my story, and I do want people to just wake up. So I don't have like a YouTube or anything yet, so we're still using my Instagram.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using my
DM her.
Queen Dominique, DIAMOIQUE. Just a play on my name.
I love it.
Yeah.
No hollers. Yeah, no hollers. She's married, guys. She got a man.
Yeah.
So don't see this and just think that you just gonna be able to holler.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
And so thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. This was wonderful.
And if you ever want to come back, you're definitely welcome
Oh yeah,
to.
for sure.
Keep spreading the word. If you got any other messages. And always remember, beauty, brain, strength, and standards all will make you a whole lot of woman.
I won't be defined, stars are aligned. What's for me is mine. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of